Good morning everybody, it's Rob back again with another video. How are ya? Say hello.
Hi!
So we are in this awesome camper van, I don't know if you can see in the back there, that our cousin has lent us for this epic road trip. We are currently in Inverness at Tesco's car park. We stayed at a ridiculous house last night that my cousin owns, that is just outside Inverness, and we are heading our way over to Applecross. So we're literally going from the east coast to the west coast. We don't know what's in store for us. We're heading via Loch Ness this morning, hopefully. We're just waiting for a text back to see which road to take. So we're kind of lost already, but
We're not lost, we just don't want to take... There's two roads. We want to wait.
yeah, it's either
take the one that's got the best scenery.
Take the main A road, or there's a B road that on the map looks closer to the loch. So we don't want to miss that view because we won't end up coming back this way until, well, we'll be going round the loop and hopefully coming back to Inverness from the north side, if you like. So we're heading across today, possibly going to the Isle of Skye either today or if we carry on going, or it depends on how much driving we have to do. But the plan is to end up at Applecross, or near Applecross, where we're staying for a few days. Hopefully get some epic views. So this is day one of our road trip.
Safety everywhere in the
So we're still on our way back from Loch Ness. Still haven't been anywhere else yet. We're just driving past it and we've just pulled over. And to be honest, the scenery is so ridiculous. I'll be happy just seeing this and going home again. But this is ridiculous, yeah. So we've pulled up by this river. And it is just so stunning. You can see the sort of drips from all the rain coming through the leaves and the branches and stuff. And then behind this side, you've got the views of the, I don't know what, the cliff side with all the trees. It is just, it's like a, I don't know, look, just look at the view there, look.
That's just me.
Oh yeah, that's a stunning view as well. Just look at the views from where we've just come. It's ridiculous. And I'm just lost for words. I don't know what to say really. It's mental. So we are sat in the camper van, just made a cup of tea, haven't we,
Yeah.
We are pulled over by the road, by this stunning location next to the river. Making our way to, well, way out of Inverness now. Gone past Loch Ness, or I think we're still next to Loch Ness somewhere, but we're heading across on the A road towards like Applecross, but across from the east side. So we're heading across to the west coast, taking in all this like ridiculous scenery, and we've just pulled over to have a cuppa.
Yep. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yep.
Our first ever road trip.
First ever road trip.
We've been on the motorbike, haven't we?
To the Isle of
the Isle of Wight, that was as far as it was.
So that was only a couple of hours, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. I've got the gimbal up and running, so hopefully you can hear me because the mic's plugged in. Took me a bitch of a time to balance it, but right. Who turned it to drive?
Mine.
No, I'm driving next.
No, I'm driving because you've got to catch all the scenery on this stupid thing.
Okay. So guys, we are in a place called Loch Carron. It's a bit bright. The roads are ridiculous. We pulled over to get something to eat in this little cafe next to a castle. The name of the place escapes me right now, but I will put it in. We're not far away from the Applecross Pass, so we're going to go on the Bealach Neba. That's perfect Scottish, I think you'll find. Now at the moment the weather's alright, and we've been keeping an eye on the weather because as it gets sort of on top of the mountains, it kind of gets all misty and you can see the rain sort of coming in, so weirdo. So we're Emma just pulled over to get some stamps because she's bought some postcards, because that's what people do when they're on holiday. All right?
Yeah, I brought your pen.
Bought me a pen with the NC500 written on it. Let's see if I can get that. So yeah, so we're not far away now from the actual pass itself, and then that's about half an hour, 40-minute drive, I think, and then we'll be very close to our accommodation. So hopefully if the weather stays like this, we'll be fine, but we won't know until we get right up to the top, and then maybe we can stop again and take some photos and some more video. Right, we're checking in a little while. So this is it. We are just about to start the Naba Applecross Pass, and so we're not supposed to be parking here, and so I'm going to go. It says it's about 7.5 miles that way to the alternate route, but we're going to take this, obviously. Not advised for learner driver, very large vehicles, all the rest of it. You've seen it all on the NC500 videos. So let's go. Any messages, Em?
Wish us luck.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of our trip in Scotland. Shut up, Em. So it's important to maybe explain that we're based in Applecross for this trip, well, or just outside Applecross. So we're staying in this house, and then we're going to try and do some of the NC500 like attraction bits that you see on all the videos while we're here. So we're not exactly doing the NC500 route all the way round, but it just so happens that by the time we go back home to Inverness, where the airport is, that hopefully we'd have done most of it, or been round it anyway without seeing everything. But I just want to show you where we're staying, because this is just ridiculous. So I'm going to spin the camera around. What's that?
We're in Toscaig.
We're in Toscaig, yeah, which is a little tiny fishing village. Nothing here at all, apart from this loch. So the loch is where the name's from. It's Loch Toscaig. So I'll spin the camera around and you can see. Yes. Show you.
Just to remind you the door's shut.
So every room in the house, pretty much, or every room, obviously this side, all the bedrooms upstairs have got this view. It is ridiculous. So hopefully we might be able to see some seals that have come up to the bay just here before. So this is the house. This is obviously the living room. And then kitchen back there. It's just a ridiculous space, isn't it, Em? So this is where we're based, so it's going to be hard to sort of leave this place every day, and every time we go out we have to do the Naba Applecross Pass, because that's the only way out. Well, there is another route, but it's a bit longer, so we're going to head off now. Now today's plan is to head for Torridon. Is that right, Em?
Yeah.
And our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to see Callum the stag and to see a Highland coo. and then we'll see where the day takes us.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. Well, we are on our way from Applecross, and this is, instead of going the Belek road, we've decided to go the coastal road, and it is just like nothing. It's desolate. There's nothing here, but if you can see behind me, it is just views across the bay are just ridiculous. So everywhere we go, we're just seeing these amazing views. We just stopped at a passing point. We're letting the locals go past, which they're quite actually thankful for. They give us a little flash of the hazards and stuff, which is kind of the etiquette that we need to take, because they're getting to work and rushing to do stuff, so we're just cruising around really. So just thought I'd stop here. We're just a few miles outside of Applecross, heading towards Torridon. So let's go. Not moving. Oi, oi.
Go into my hand. He likes the doggy. Yeah, that's it. He's had a little one. He's now going to stand in front of him.
So we have got to this place called, what is it?
No,
Kinlochyu. We've had they got a little petrol station or fuel station. We've had a nice coffee and a toasty. We're going down this road. We've been looking at the different routes that we want to take, and the one to the Wailing Widow Falls is just a little bit too far, so we're not going to do that today. But as per the NC500 surprises, we are actually taking a couple of hitchhikers back to Torridon. I didn't put the camera on for Callum, but you can see from the phone footage that we got to see Callum, but that was a good experience. So when we woke up this morning, we had two aims. One was to see Highland Coos, and the other was to meet Callum, wasn't it, Em?
yeah, and we did both.
And we managed to do both. It's a bit dark. Do you want to come out here, babes?
Right.
So we managed to do both. And now where we pulled in, we can see lots of NC500 signs. So this must be a quite busy part of the NC500 route, which obviously we're not actually doing as such, which I've said before loads of times.
But we're just doing
we are sort of, yeah. But this must be, the route goes straight past this place. So we've just seen about 4 or 5 campers in convoy go past. So we're going to let these hitchhikers get ready. They're getting something to eat. And we're going to take them back to Torridon, and then we're going to carry on up the coastal road back to Toscaig for the night. So day 2 has been a big success, hasn't it, babes?
Yeah, definitely.
So tomorrow we're hopefully heading back up this sort of area to Wailing Widow. We're going to try and do that, are we?
Definitely.
So we'll see what the weather is in the morning, and then we're going to head off, and hopefully, because that was one of the proper place we wanted to go, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We've seen loads of videos. It looks amazing. The weather hasn't been too bad today, has it?
Yeah, we've just got to try and not stop every 10
Yeah, because we
minutes
keep stopping
looking at
all the
scenery.
time, yeah. And we've only travelled not very far, but
For
it's
about
taken us
50
most of the
miles.
day, so... But it's how it is, isn't it? Because the views are just ridiculous everywhere we go.
stunning.
Right, so let's get these people in the van and let's go somewhere. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. So if you can hear us, we're on our way to Ullapool. We're kind of taking a bit of a detour and we wanted to stay. We've been driving a couple of hours, so we wanted to stop off and have a cup of tea in the van, and we stumbled upon this little gem. We'll show you some more views when we go round there. You can see the archway over there, that way. So we're going to go across that bridge in a minute. But holy crap. Blackwater, what's it called then? Blackwater River. There were a few campers and that parked in the car park. And actually the NC500 signs were taking us the other way, so I'm glad we came this way. So we've come to this attraction that we thought, actually when we got here we didn't think was much. We stumbled across this, like, all these rocks and stuff. Have yourselves a little look at this. Holy crap. Welcome to Wailing Widow Falls, people. Woo! Part of the NC500. Unmissable stop, this one. I'm going to see if I can get over the other side without falling in and swimming. Just done the Wailing Widow Falls. How stunning is that? I've left Emma down there and I'm going to walk up and get the van. Just everywhere you look at the minute, the scenery is ridiculous. And even though it's only down there, I think I can taste blood because I'm not fit. I'm only joking. So Emma's going to sit there and wait. Wailing Widow Falls was one of the ones I really wanted to do, and when you pass it, it's quite deceiving because you see people walking in and out, and you go in there and you're like, yeah, there's water, like it looks like a river and it's just flowing over the rocks and stuff, but it's not until you actually go right into it and you turn around the corner and expose the ridiculous waterfall. You'll see on the film. That's one thing that's crossed off the list of the NC500 that I really wanted to do, and we've done it. What a break, what a place this is. It's ridiculous. Right. I thought it was closer. Jesus. Taxi? As part of the NC500 route, we are here at Cailescu Bridge. You can see the bridge behind me. Spectacular scenery. We've just done the Wailing Widow Falls, which was ridiculous. So we're just on our way back. We're trying to beat the weather and get back before it's dark, so we're having to rush a bit now. But have a look at these views. everybody, how are you? We're on day 5 of our epic road trip. Yesterday we had a day off driving because we drove so far up to Wailing Widow Falls and Kylesku Bridge. We was out in the van for like 9 hours or something driving, and because of the location we're staying, it means every time we go out we have to come back here. So today we're hoping to get to the Isle of Skye. A few things we want to tick off the boxes as well of places to go in Skye, so hopefully we'll be doing that. That is a plan for today. It has been such a, even like now we can go home and just be happy. The scenery, the people, the places, it's just ridiculous. And the Wailing Widow Falls, well, I mean, I've done some drone footage that I'll put obviously in this video. You've probably seen it already. But, oh, and one thing I do want to address before anyone says and gives me bad comments, I've noticed watching the vids back that I say ridiculous, like all the time. It's just ridiculous. See? So I need to come up with a different word, but that really does sum up the scenery here and just how we're getting on with this NC500. So possible plans are changing at the moment. So today is Friday. We're going to head off to Skye today. Then tomorrow we may pack up all our stuff from the house where we're staying, get in the van, and then do the rest of the North Coast 500 around the north part, heading eventually possibly for Sunday to get to John O'Groats, and then Sunday, possibly Monday evening we need to be back in Inverness, because then Tuesday Emma's got the train and I fly back. So it's all to do. Cannot wait for Isle of Skye today, so let's go. So we have arrived on the Isle of Skye. We have stopped off here to have a cup of tea in the van, and there's this thing behind us about some famous climbers. Did you read it? I didn't really read it.
We'll take a photo when we go back.
Yeah, we'll have a look when we go back.
First to climb here or something.
First to climb here, they say that nothing compares to the climbing in Skye, and you can see behind with the scenery. I'm climbing up towards the Old Manor store. There's actually a wedding party coming up behind me. I'm just coming up this walk. It's quite a way it looks like, but just look at the scenery behind me. It's ridiculous. It looks like the paths are getting a bit better up here. So let's go. Hopefully you can see me. Just look at that view from right up here. I can definitely taste blood. My heart is pounding going up all them steps. Emma's
right down there still, but look at the views. So the stack just above me, let me just move the camera up. That one there is sort of stood straight up. So we're heading off that way. That's a wedding party all the way down there. So they're getting married actually along the path. So they decided to get a flat bit. Emma's down there, I think she might be a witness or something. They had a Scotsman playing the bagpipes for the wedding, and we could hear it all the way up here, so it was really nice. So I think I'm going to head up a bit more while I'm here, but I don't want to leave Emma for too long. So the views are, I was going to say ridiculous then, but the views are stunning. Unbelievable. Okay, let's carry on. I'm near the top where there'll be a few people up there taking pictures of that one sort of stack. It feels quite disorientating being up here. This is so high. I didn't slip over at all and get mud all over my jeans. I didn't do that. Oh, a bit of a trek, but we were rewarded with these views. This stack there in particular, it seems to be just stood on its own. It's sort of, he's the mighty one, you know. But yeah, it's mental. Really interesting. Is it worth coming up? Yeah, I think it is. I'm going to go up there to say I was under that stack, see if there's anything the other side, and then I'm going to head back because Emma's right down there. Right, let's go. We have made it to Durness Beach, to Sango Sands Oasis campsite, and what a stunning view we have got. We are staying just over there, you can see the van over there. Emma's here.
Hi!
Weirdo.
Thanks.
We took the drive from Applecross all the way up north through Ullapool, and we decided that we're going to leave the house at Toscaig and stay for a few nights in the van. Otherwise, we keep sort of driving a few hours away from the house and then driving back, so we decided to bite the bullet and camp in the van, and then we're going to try and get to John O'Groats at some point and go back all the way down the east coast back to Inverness. But what a place to stop. Stunning. So we are on day number 7. Yesterday we drove all the way up from Applecross to Sango Sands campsite. So we had our first stay in the van last night, and it was different. I don't think I slept much. It was quite cold. We're learning as we go. Emma was snoring at one point, so she definitely slept for some of it. So we got up and had some breakfast on the campsite. Campsite is really nice actually, but this obviously is the main bit. The views of the beaches are unbelievable. So Emma's just doing something in the sun. I'm going to record. So we are on day number 7. We're heading off this campsite in a bit, and we've booked a night at John O'Groats. So the plan is to drive there today. It's not too far. It's just over 2 hours away. And then we're going to be heading down the east coast, where people are saying there's not much at all compared to the west, which that's what I've seen as well on the videos. But we've got to do the loop and we've got to finish this trip off. So I'm going to take some photos here on this stunning beach, and then we're going to head off. It's raining. Oh, turn around. One of them breaks where you'll be remembering certain bits of it for like so many years ahead, like, and then you'll forget about things and you'll remember them like later on that you know you forgot, like even a few days ago you forget where you've been and stuff, and then when you're telling someone else you'll be like, oh yeah, we even went to that and we saw this, and yeah, it's been brilliant. And even like we're going to the east side now. All the camper vans we're passing are doing their version of the break as well, their version of the route, and they're all putting their hand up and waving and stuff. There's just like 4 campers on this whole road now, and they're just going their own way. And this one in front's probably going to the same place as us. Oh no, there's 2 going that way. Yeah, so this one's probably been there to John O'Groats, and he's coming back now, heading west. What about you, Em? What's been your highlight?
My highlight, I've got 2.
Okay.
I've got the Wailing Widow Falls, which was just beautiful.
Wailing Widow Falls was like... So, one of the things that's surprised me in some ways is the NC500. It's got some signs telling you where to go for the route, but it doesn't actually say. It's still quite unspoiled. So like the Wailing Widow Falls, you wouldn't even know it was there unless someone told you about it, which the only reason I know it's there is because of videos I've watched. So how they discovered it and how then people before them discovered it, no idea. But it's a bit of a hidden gem, isn't it? It was like just quite a special place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Inverness night in the van,
It was a little bit cold.
it was quite cold, but now we're heading off from, you know, well away from the house in Applecross, and just doing our thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
So what day is today? It's
Sunday.
Sunday, isn't it? So it's day 7, is it? Day 7.
Yep.
So really, we've, you know, you can do this over 2 weeks and still not have done as much as we've done, really. So we've done quite well to
We
fit
have
it in,
done,
really.
yeah. But we are exhausted. So
Yeah,
I think we'll need to do it again
definitely do it again.
as well. You're making me yawn. Right, bye.
We're here. Hello. Okay. We made it. See the sign in the background? We are here at John O'Groats. Hello. We're camping just down the road. We went to Dunnett's Head, the most northern part of the UK, not John O'Groats. Fact. And now we're here. Everything's closing, so we need to go. We tried to pay the fee for the parking, didn't work. So we're gonna go without paying. Screw them. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, we're here, we made it to John O'Groats, and now we're going to go and get freezing cold in the camper van and get pneumonia. Let's go. Welcome to day 8. Good morning, how are ya? It's Rob again. It is Monday morning, our last day officially on the NC500. We're heading back to Inverness today for our flight home tomorrow, and Emma's getting the train. So we decided to come to Duncansby Head, or Duncansby Stacks, which are in the background here. When we parked in the car park, we walked the completely wrong way. We were trying to find the stacks, but we were walking around nearly getting blown over the edge of the cliff. It was that windy, so I don't even know if you can hear me now. But another night in the camper van. Actually, it was a better night last night. We stayed in a campsite, which I completely don't recommend, right next to John O'Groats, so they can shove it. But we got up and we've come to the stacks, which you can see there in the background. Nice little bit of rugged cliffside attractions, if you like. The weather is hammering down all morning, and we decided to get up and go and get our waterproofs on. Emma's gone back to the van because her feet got a little bit wet. But this is what we're here for, people. So this is we're heading east now. We're on the east side. We're going to head south to Inverness. Maybe a couple more stopovers before we get back to Inverness. It's been such an amazing break, and just so many memories and stuff. And one of the main memories for me is that Emma's liked it and enjoyed it as much as I have, which just makes me so happy. So I'm going to head back to the van now, maybe a cup of tea, and then we're going to head off. So we're on our way back to Inverness. We've just gone through Golspie and we pulled over at some castle. What is it called, Em? Dunrobin Castle. We didn't go in, we just had a quick look and then we went again. But we're heading back home to Paul and Sue's house. I've got a flight tomorrow evening, and Emma's got the train tomorrow sort of lunchtime. So our adventure is nearly up, and we just had such an amazing time, haven't we?
Oh, it's been brilliant. We're both feeling a little bit flat now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's quite like
don't want to go home.
How we started off was quite exhausting, so
No, we just
I don't recommend that at all. But from some of the comments on the NC500 Facebook group, a lot of people that have done the whole loop, have decided that they want to spend more time on the west coast only. And we've done that. We've done that to begin with, so we kind of done the worst way, and the best way. But it was just a lot of driving, wasn't it, in the first few days?
Yeah, but it didn't feel like a lot of driving.
No, so we'd done quite a few miles. We'd head out in the morning and we didn't get back until the evening. And because of where we were staying, which I've said quite a few times now on the videos, we were staying right in the corner of, well, the south part of Applecross, right at Toscaig. And every time we wanted to go anywhere, it was either take the Applecross Pass at Milac or take the coastal road. And so it was a bit of a trek whichever way you went. But we got to know the roads that way, straight up.
Yeah.
We got to know the roads down there. And actually the roads that I've seen on the videos, the roads weren't too bad actually. A lot of them are single track roads, not just the pass, but even through Torridon and around them places. The roads, even though they're quite narrow, a lot of them have been resurfaced, so they're not like horrendous. What makes it quite dangerous is some of the locals obviously going to work and stuff, they're trying to get to places and just want to get past you, so unless you pull over you're just holding them up, and that gets them impatient and they just overtake. One thing that was quite funny is that we were slowing down right on this railway line because the railway line lights that flash red to say there's a train coming wasn't flashing, but something else was flashing red, wasn't it? Do you remember, Em?
Yeah.
And so I slowed down, and then one of the locals went past me in the car, and we thought it was a train, didn't we? As we were crossing the railway line.
Didn't it?
It just appeared out of nowhere, yeah. So, but say, then roads around that way were really nice. And some of the roads that aren't mentioned in the videos that I've seen go through these really nice picturesque places. And at this time of year, so we're in the middle of October now, this time of year the colours are just like blown out, aren't they? They just, what's it called? They're just like saturated colours where they've got wet, and it's sort of this time of year. And so yeah, it's just so many memories, so many videos. But we have to go back at some point, so we're heading back. So not long to go now. How many miles?
42 miles.
So 42 miles till we end up in
Inverness.
Inverness, and then our whole lap will be done.